Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 13 of the Charlton Athletic FIFA 20 career mode. What is in store for everybody today? Well, we've got a game against Preston on the 18th of January away from home. We've also got a game against Fulham at home. I imagine we'll only do 2 games, so 1 sim and 1 played game today, purely because the transfer window, we need to start getting active in this period. And we're definitely going to be doing that in today's episode. So next month it gets a little bit more busy. You can see there are literally 7 games to play next month, and we need a squad that is well equipped to do that. But before we get into any January transfer activities, what we need to do is actually allocate the player of the month for December. And there is only one player on my mind for this. Actually, well, there are 2. So the first one is Lyle Taylor. He's had an unbelievable December. He scored plenty of goals. He scored, I think, 3 goals maybe. Might be wrong there, but I think 3 goals. The other player who's played very, very well for us is Aaron Oztumer. Going into January a little bit as well, I'm kind of considering his form in the last episode, where obviously we're already in January. But he still played very, very well when Johnny Williams got injured back in December. And so, Aaron Oztumer, I am going to allocate you to be the player of the month for December. Now, interesting developments over the last couple of days in real life, yeah? So, Conor Gallagher, a player who is considered a Charlton player. He's contracted to the club. He's not considered a Chelsea player on loan to Charlton. He actually has left us in real life, and it wasn't his own fault. There were reports that he was visibly emotional when he was told, when it was confirmed that he had to go back to Chelsea, and then I think he's going to go to Swansea. Competing at the top end of the Championship in real life. But Gallagher has gone. Of course, I also mentioned Lecco has gone. And obviously we've brought Andre Green in. So, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to ship Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher gave everything for us when he played for us. He loved the club. He loved playing for the club. He was enjoying his football. So I'm not going to just randomly ship him off. Especially considering he's been the player that we've poured training into. So he'd probably only be like a 65... maybe like a 60, actually 68 rated maybe, if I hadn't have trained him. Lecco, will keep him for the season, for the rest of the season, obviously because he's on loan, and it'd just be pointless to terminate it. But we will make another signing first and foremost. Hopefully this will work. I haven't actually tested it yet, but let's go to the transfer hub and see who I've got in mind. So here he is, and conveniently, I had already scouted this young lad, Andre Green. He was already scouted. It's like I predicted the future. Actually, it's not, because there are literally so many players on this transfer hub here. But Andre Green, let's see if we can get a loan deal secured for him. I wonder if they'll let him go. They literally won't let him go. He's on loan at another club. Aston Villa isn't... Who does he play for really then, Andre Green? I thought he did play for Villa. But I'm so confused. Andre Green plays for Villa, right? So why is it telling me he's already on loan? We might have to get a permanent deal done for Andre Green, ladies and gents. But that actually puts a spanner in the works, because I was going to go for Mason Greenwood on a permanent. Now, if they let me go in for Mason Greenwood, he would be preferable in-game to Green, because Green is 3 years older and the same rating, plus can't play up front. So let's see if we can buy Greenwood. They're going to let us go in, which is good news. Do you know what? I haven't actually checked how much transfer money I have. So this could be an interesting development here. I also don't know how clever career mode is at the moment in terms of whether they are going to inflate his price. So we definitely want to offer him a transfer fee. Now he's worth 2 million and I've got 1.8, it would seem. So if we go for a 1.7, let's plus, I'll give him like a 15% sell-on clause. Let's see what happens there if we do that. Wow, okay, so they literally just straight up accept that offer for Mason Greenwood. Unreal. That is a really good bit of business done. Now, if we can manage to sell somebody in this transfer window, which ideally we wouldn't, but we might be able to make space for getting Andre Green in as well. Greenwood and Green in the same transfer window. Remember, we already signed Sepp van den Berg, but we might be able to make way for Andre Green as well as van den Berg and Greenwood here. So we'll see how that develops. I'm actually, as much as I want to keep it relatively true to real life, I'm quite happy to just keep Lecco on loan and not have Green, because it's just a bit complicated, and also Green's only going to be with us for a few months unless he gets signed permanently, but I doubt that. So let's go for Greenwood now. Let's see what he's going to be in our squad. Probably a rotation player, right? Okay, he wants to be a first-team footballer, which is fine. We'll see if we can get this contract thrashed out, and I will confirm whether or not we sign him. Unbelievable stuff. We have confirmed the signing here of Mason Greenwood. We seem to be mainly focused on young players of like top 6 clubs in the Premier League. We've obviously signed Smith Rowe from Arsenal, although debatable whether they're top 6 anymore. Sepp van den Berg from Liverpool, and obviously Mason Greenwood. So I want to get like a niche transfer in there. If you look at the past Charlton career modes that I've done, I normally always sign like last year it was Lainez. He was an unbelievable player for us. So I want to get like a niche signing in there, and maybe that's what I'll do. But for now, we've made an unreal signing there. Mason Greenwood in all his glory, number 30 at the moment, can play centre forward, right mid, and striker. He's on £9,500 a week, so he took a £5,000 pay cut there, and obviously potential to be a really, really good player in the future. So pleased to get that one over the line. Sudden here, ladies and gents, our squad, generally our squad is looking a lot more bulky, a lot more strong, and there's a lot more strength in depth. You can see that I think before there were only 3 rows of players here. Obviously that's helped by people like where is he? Sarpong Weredu coming back on loan and things like that. It kind of just bulks our squad out that little bit more. With the promotion of the 2 youth players, and of course with the signings of Van den Berg and Greenwood, our squad is looking very, very solid. Also, one thing I didn't mention, Kyle also has left Charlton in real life because he had some sort of injury, an operation, and he wasn't really going to play for us. But again, he's another player that's been playing well in the career mode, and we're only going to get to use him for a limited amount of time, so I don't see any reason to like prematurely terminate it in the game. So I hope you guys agree with me. This is pretty much our strongest team at the moment. I did try and get Reece James on loan again because it's January now, but we still can't get him. So he'll be one to look at potentially in the summer again. And other than that, really, for the Championship, we're looking very solid. Like we just are. We're looking very, very solid. I could also maybe stick Greenwood out on that right-hand side over Lecco because he is our own player. I think I might do that. I think Lecco's got a lot more pace. So to bring Lecco on late game could be a very good option. And of course, Smith Rowe isn't the slowest. So we've got a decent bit of pace up there. And then if we do need that injection, Lecco can come on, of course, from the bench. So I think I'm pretty much happy with that, to be honest. Now, Preston away here. Probably just going to sim this one. I'm going to check first where Preston are in the league. And it looks like they're down in 18th place. So we've got a fair chance despite being drawn away here. Who is our opponent after that? I believe it's actually Fulham, isn't it? Yeah. So Fulham are 3rd. So yeah, it's definitely important that I play that Fulham game. Obviously, we're hoping that we get a good result here against Preston in the sim. And I think we're going to go in with this squad, as you can see it right here. I think that's pretty much our strongest 11 at the moment. We will do that. We will go in to sim the match. And we will hope and pray for a result here up at Deepdale. Is it Deepdale? Fairly sure it's Deepdale. Can we get a result here? We do get the 2-1 victory. Taylor again, surely poised for Player of the Month. And he grabbed a last minute, more or less, winner after missing a penalty. So, good stuff from the boy Lyle. I think Solly and Kyle came on. Sorry, if you see me keep adjusting my glasses here, it's purely because I actually broke the glasses and they're currently sellotaped together and they're a bit wonky. So we're going to get into some training before we go into our next game. There's no bids that have come in for any of our players. There are players that I would consider selling. Players like Jason Pearce because he's at his max rating and we're going to cash him in for about maybe £1 mil, 1.5 mil if a bid does come in. So there are players that I would listen to clubs if they bid for them, but nothing's come in as of yet. So let's do this training. I'm actually going to stop training lapsely in this particular thing, but we will do some training and I'll confirm if anybody goes up a rating in just a sec. So that's the training finished. Let's have a look at our results. Everybody did get A's. Yang Bai does go up to a 63 rated left back, so already in the shadow of Lewis Page and of course Ben Purrington, who's our first choice left back at the moment right now. Nobody else going up, but Smith Rowe very, very close to reaching that 71. Lapsley as well. We're working on his long-range passing now. Let's get up to that. Let's get that up to the 70s, I reckon, and then he will probably be a player that we might not train anymore, or we might start looking at his dribbling stats, depending on how quickly he can get up to the 70s with his vision and long passing. Of course, we're still looking at getting Gallagher's sprint speed and dribbling stats up, and very, very good stuff. Then we have another game this episode, and in between now and that game against Fulham, which is very, very important, we are going to be listening and awaiting transfer offers for some of our players. I don't think we need to do too much more business. Obviously, we can't get Green on loan. I think I'm pretty much happy with the squad at this point. Let's have a real quick look at our youth scout report. So we've got some players coming through here. Are these guys that are just... There seem to be a lot of players here. Have we gone back to China, or is this like another month? I'm a bit confused. And Yan Zhang is a right mid, potentially up to an 86. So Bo Jingpeng, no, we don't really want you. I think Hong Hui Song, we don't really want you. We don't want Deng either. You could be good. Dewi Zhao, he can play, wow, a lot of different positions there. Interesting. We'll definitely get him signed. And Xin Li as well. Hu Kong, again, we'll keep another look at him. Chi Zhu, we've had him before. I think Chi Zhu actually last year was the player that was really, really good for us. This year he's rubbish. Looks completely different as well. Bing Wen Du, we don't want. Yuan, I like his name, so we'll keep him for a bit. Gong Sun, definitely not. So these are the players that we shall continue to keep an eye on. We'll actually sign you as well. So these 4 players will keep scouting for a further, however long it is, I guess. So we'll ignore that. Player chat. We've got Kyle complaining about not being played. I say squad rotation is important, which puts him up to average. Well, he's still unhappy, it says there, but it puts him up morale-wise a little bit. Again, a player that I'm not... Have we got... Look at that. Look at that career mode scheduling. Wow. Unbelievable. It's so pointless as well. It's so pointless. Look at that. We've got literally... Oh, career mode. You need to fix this. How can this be happening in a game that literally is so popular and gets so many sales in a company that have such high revenues? Multi-billion pound company, and they can't even get a game where scheduling doesn't... Wow, just look at that. I don't even need to say anything. And the thing is, our next game, we literally... You could even just push that forward. Wait. Oh, you could even just push that forward to like the 29th, and it'd still be a bit annoying, but like... Look at all this space here as well. This is ridiculous. We're going to have to now just abandon the FA Cup, more or less. What can I do? There's nothing I can do about that. How annoying. We'll go and do this press conference, and then we'll get into this game against Fulham. So as always, I've done pretty well on the press conference. We got 3 answers that improved our team morale overall. We know the team. It's pretty much the same as we were. Do you know what? I might actually change their kit to that all black one, though. Or, sorry, the all red one. Oh, that's actually really annoying. Okay, we'll deal with it. It's not ideal because it's too much white going on for my liking. But there's the team, guys. We'll get into this game and see how Fulham are going to line up. This is going to be a very, very tough fixture indeed. Wow, so we got a little bit of, it would seem, slow motion snow falling in the air today at the Valley. Fulham, of course, as I've mentioned many times, the opponents, a massive, massive clash. It might show us a glimpse here, but we are on equal points in the league and both fighting for playoff, top end of the playoff / automatic promotion positions. With the signing of Greenwood now, I'm very confident that the boys can secure a very, very nice result here. Look at that, though. Wow. Why is it giving 2 different stats? First of all, their player, I think it was it Cavallero, had 18 goals in the Championship, so we definitely got to watch out for him. I wouldn't imagine Taylor's too far behind. I think he's probably got about 13, 14 goals, something like that. Just guessing there, though. And Fulham, formidable opponent. Let's see how they line up. Here we go then. Just confirming our bench, of course, and our starting 11. You've already seen this, so I won't go through it. But it looks strong. Like, realistically, is there a weak link in this team anymore? Not really. Fullback positions could strengthen a little bit. Other than that, I'm very, very happy with the team. Of course, long term as well, we'll probably get a new attacking midfielder. In the Premier League, Oztuma probably won't cut it. But here is the Fulham starting 11 and subs as well. Look at that team. Very, very, very strong there. And scared of Cavallero, Mitrovic and Knockaert as the front 3. Their midfield also very, very dominant. Arter, of course, an ex-Charlton player, captains the opposition. Let's see if we can do something here in the snow. Little crossfield ball here. Might go out of play unless we keep it in. Greenwood does very, very well positionally and does manage to keep the ball. Now Gallagher, he's done his opponent with the drag back. The drag back's so overpowered, which I'm coming to realise in this game. And it's pretty much worked there as well. Greenwood and Oztuma looking to link up. Oztuma again winner of the Player of the Month. Could he get it for a second month straight? Greenwood does very, very well to get in the position and to link up, but does not get the touch to put us in a dangerous goal-scoring position. Come on, the boys! Here's Bagayoko. Bagayoko looking for that through ball, but doesn't release the ball, luckily for us. And, oh, Kearney does very, very well. Mitrovic in the box, gets the shot off from an awkward angle, and Dylan Phillips punches it round the post. Just tips that round there. Fulham, very, very scary. Probably not as scary as Swansea. Actually, I say that. They actually pretty much are. And that front three, as I've said, is very scary. Here we go, though, on the break, potentially. Gallagher knocks it up to Greenwood. Greenwood's pace isn't where I'd like it to be, but he's still not a slow player by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, he's tried a slide there. The recovering left-back, it actually wasn't, it was Kearney, their midfielder. And he's going to get booked for that. Fair play, ref. That's a good decision. Lockyer into Josh Cullen. The snow is really throwing me off here, but Lyle Taylor thought he'd scored that then, just trickles wide of the post. Got into a very good position there, and unfortunately was rendered to his left foot, and then he just couldn't quite get the accuracy or the power or the precision on his end strike. Now Greenwood gives it to Oztuma, who's going to return it to Greenwood, and now it's a good pass to Matthews, to Gallagher, and now to Cullen in the box, and Josh Cullen should have scored. Really, really should have scored there. Unreal from Josh Cullen, as in, not in a good way. That should have been in the back of the onion bag, but he hits the outside of the post. Really should be doing better. Here comes the top scorer in the league, Ivan Cavaliero, on loan from Wolves, but I think has been permanently signed more recently. Uh-oh, he's really done some good stuff there, but his end pass was rubbish. Jason Pearce, though, gives them a chance, and Phillips down really nicely there to save that from being 1-0 Fulham. Look at this stop from Pearce there, and look at that stop from Dylan Phillips. Oh, there's the animation again. Did you see how stupid that animation is? Please don't score from this. I'll be so upset. Literally, I was sprinting full pace, and because that animation triggered, he sort of stops. And look, they're going to score from it now. I know they're not Lockyer's there to save the day. They've still got the ball, though, with Knockaert. And I thought that had dipped over Dylan Phillips. But that is such a problematic animation. Oztuma. Nice, calm football from us. I did not want that pass. Cannot wait to see that on instant replay in a second, because they're going to score here, aren't they? Literally cannot wait to see this on instant replay, guys. Look at this. Josh Cullen. Please show me the trajectory of the pass. Oh, it literally doesn't. So, guys, I just want to show you this, right? I cannot have been pressing right. So I want the pass to Gallagher there behind the referee in acres of space. Josh Cullen, however, well, it's not Josh Cullen's fault, it's the game's fault, tries to make me pass to Lyle Taylor here, which is the whole reason that they've just scored. Look at that. I obviously want that to be passed into Conor Gallagher. And they go for that ridiculous pass there. And that's the reason why we've just conceded. I wish it showed me the trajectory of the way I pressed it, because that is unbelievable. Should never be a goal. And unfortunately, it is 1-0 to Fulham. What can you do about a broken game? Can we get one more chance here before the whistle blows? Taylor gives it to Oztuma. I don't think Smith Rowe is onside there. And they are over me like a pack of dogs. The score, in my head, is 0-0 because Cullen, they made him make a mistake. Nothing to do with me. But Ivan Cavaliero, of course, bit scripted, gets the goal. I feel like there is obviously some sort of biased, like, what do you call it, like predeterminedness in this game. We're the early kickoff apparently, which makes sense, but should be 0-0, and now we have to come back from 1 goal behind to get anything out of this game, which could really dramatically affect our season as well. So annoying. But we can't have a defeatist attitude. We need to crack on and try and get 2 goals here. Matthews has won the ball back in a very, very dangerous position. And now I'm just looking for an opportunity to pass. We have got one, and it's going to be Oztuma who gets a good shot off, but Bettinelli stops Charlton from equalising there. Good goalkeeper. We know Bettinelli is a good goalkeeper. Just a little bit wider there. Maybe I could have finessed it, but unfortunately it doesn't end well for us. Smith Rowe with the corner, and Taylor with the header miles over. Wow, okay. The light's just fallen behind me. That looks interesting on camera, but I don't know why that's happened, but it has. We have Mitrovic to worry about though right now. Pierce does well. We need to get ourselves a nice little break because we need to rectify this mistake from FIFA. Who's this person through the middle? It's Josh Cullen again. If Josh Cullen can get a little drag back here and play it into Oztuma, we might be alright. And it's Oztuma, and the shot is very, very poor in the end. I don't know, I should maybe have taken that first time, but I was a bit worried that they were going to get the block off. So the score remains 1-0 to Fulham. Now to Gallagher and Taylor in the box. Little pass back, come on, we surely got to get a goal at some stage here. Let's see if we can get it with Greenwood on his debut, and yes we can. I kind of thought the move was over there, but Greenwood was ready to pounce and he was like, bro, this is my debut, I'm smacking this bottom left hand corner, and that he did. Good work from Josh Cullen and Lyle Taylor, and I think somebody else in the middle there, might have been Gallagher, might have been Oztuma. Can't quite remember. It was a nice drag back there. Unlucky from Oztuma. Yeah, then it was Gallagher with the little backheel assist. And bang for Greenwood's debut goal for Charlton. Absolute steal from Manchester United, who are funnily enough our next opponents tomorrow in this game. And we do manage to get it back to level pegging. Now, it's back where it should have been. Technically, this is 1-0 Charlton. I mean, am I exaggerating that mistake, guys? Let me know in the comments. Knockout, can't get it past Purrington. And they do get the throw, but this is going to trigger a little substitution, a little double sub for Charlton here. Energy reasons more than anything. Kyle and Solly will come on to replace Cullen and Adam Matthews. So a new right back and a new centre midfielder on the pitch to give us that little bit more energy. And can we get this away? Chris Solly does very well with his first action of the game there. And Conor Gallagher looking to burst away. This is where we need more than 65 pace. And their press is very difficult to deal with. Greenwood does get tackled there. His knock-up. Good work from Purrington. Always the calm and collected left back here. And we've beaten their press now. If we can just be smart with our possession here, could be a good chance for Charlton. And it's Purrington. And I'm going to knock that through into the area of Emile Smith-Rowe. And a little drag back. Another little drag back. Play that back. It's got to be. It's. Oh, I don't know. I think that might be offside. But, oh, it wasn't actually offside. And can we get something, please? And it is offside that time. That was a very, very golden opportunity there. They were very well positioned to deal with our shots. They were getting blocks in left, right and centre. And unfortunately, the flag goes up eventually and we keep it at 1-1. Here we go. It's Oztuma. Give and go. Kyle and Smith-Rowe looking to link up here. Poor pass. Are we going to get the most of it? We're not. They can't clear the lines properly though. And we have got another chance here. It's Smith-Rowe. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, it's a good defensive challenge from them. And I think that's full time, is it? Yep, that is going to be 1-1. Annoying because their goal was absolute nonsense. And this episode, I don't normally moan about this kind of stuff. Try not to anyway. But this shows what a dysfunctional game FIFA 20 can be. The fixture congestion. We've now got to play Manchester United tomorrow, and of course the misplaced pass. I wish there was like a cam on my finger so you could see how much I was pressing the button like to the right. You know. But anyway, 1-1 is the final score. Could be worse. Greenwood with his debut goal and a good performance all round from the lads in difficult snowy conditions as well. And Dylan Phillips for me probably man of the match there. Kept us in it. Let's have a quick look at the player ratings. For me, yeah, Conor Gallagher as well, very, very good. Phillips a 6.6, that's outrageous. He made some great saves, a couple of really good saves. Greenwood with an 8.2, and everybody else doing okay there to secure us the point in the championship. So now, just like that, we have a game against, it's away against Manchester United. We're about to get done about 7-0 on the sim here. Now I'm going to have to rotate pretty much everyone, and unfortunately this is going to have a big effect on our form. But what else can I do other than rotate the team? Otherwise, they're all going to get injured. So there's the team, ladies and gents. Hemed up front, Bon on the right, Leko on the left, Anike, Forster-Kaski Field in midfield, Page, Sarr, Oshilaja and Solly at the back with Amos in goal. Bench is obviously significantly weakened as well because this game, again, is the day after our last game. They're on a massive winning streak, including a 4-0 win against Forest Green, a 2-0 win against Arsenal, a 2-0 win against AZ Alkmaar. I'm expecting this to be about 13-0 to Manchester United here, and ruins our FA Cup experience in this career mode. 3-1, to be fair, is not bad. They've all obviously signed Zahavi and Ali, who both scored. Zahavi off the bench. And all round, I'm not too displeased with that. Macaulay Bonne scoring against the English giants that are Manchester United, and we have to take a little bit of an L there. Again, guys, that's going to be the end of the episode, but I will do a little bit of training ahead of the next episode, and if anybody goes up in rating, that will be the reason why. It looks like Gallagher and Smith Rowe and maybe even Lapsley have the potential to go up to their next ratings here. We'll quit it for now, though. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Next time we are going to go into deadline day. Let me know if you think we should make any more signings. I don't think we need them, really. I really don't. I think our squad's looking good for the rest of the season, and we're also pretty low on money, on transfer funds, so there's not a lot we can do anyway other than loans. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. See you later.